Hi everybody. For this step, what we're going to be doing is adding a death particle effect system for our enemies. So you should have, at this point, hopefully selected an enemy this week. If you haven't, you can go ahead and go up to your tech ability window, go to asset picker, go to enemies, and select one of those enemies there. I've already got one selected. I'm going to choose my green lizard here. So we're just going to drag our green lizard out into our base scene. It's okay. We're not going to keep it here. We just need it here while we set it up and do our check setup button afterwards. So we're going to add our green lizard, and then what we want to do is expand the green lizard in our hierarchy, and then go to our prefabs folder, find the effects prefabs folder. We're going to look for energy explosion, which is just a nice little smoky kind of cool effect that'll play when our player or our green lizard dies. We will drag that onto our lizard right there in the hierarchy, and you'll notice it'll make it kind of off center. So we're going to set the X, Y, and Z position property of our transform component to all zeros, and that'll center it nicely. We'll make sure, obviously, that play on awake is not set to true, and we also don't want this to loop. Then what we need to do is select our green lizard, go to the on death method or event down here at the bottom of melee enemy. And we're going to hit the plus button, and that's going to give us a new event or a new thing to assign to our on death event. And we're going to drag that energy explosion object right there into that field. Once you do that, we're going to go ahead and go to game object, and then, or I'm sorry, not game object, but particle system. And then we're going to find the play option. It should say particle system.play. So when our melee enemy dies, it will call all the code listed in on death. So once we tell that particle system to play here, when our enemy dies, it'll call that particle system and tell it to play. Once we've done that, go back and select your green lizard or any other enemies that you've attached this to. You should attach it to all the enemies you have in your game, but at least this one is enough for now. We're going to go ahead and select override and apply all, and then go ahead and save your scene. You'll need to hit check setup, obviously, to get credit. Once you get the credit for this object with the energy explosion attached, you can go ahead and delete your green wizard. But I wouldn't do that until after you get your credit from check setup.